Today is May 7th. Today's quote is entitled, Mangala Artik is Maya. Probably attracted your attention. Oh, finally. Finally, I've got a way out of having to get up early. No, not exactly like that. It was a very interesting quote. And it's from a story that Shruti has told. You have no business going to Mangala Artik, he said in an angry mood. Your service is to be with me 24 hours a day. If I need you, you should be available. So here's the background. Shruti had come back to Los Angeles. He had many friends there, and he's with Prabhupada 24/7, so he doesn't get time to see them. So he's thinking, I should go to Mangala Artik, and then I can see them, they'll all be there. Because in those days, everybody was at Mangala Artik, especially when Prabhupada was present. He was feeling inside that this isn't really right, but at the same time he thought it's probably not a big deal. So Prabhupada calls him, he's not there, he sends Harikesh, finds Shruti, he gets Shruti, he comes back. And Prabhupada says, your service is to be with me 24 hours a day. So you shouldn't go to Mangala Artik. And then Prabhupada said, for you, Mangala Artik is Maya. So that's interesting. So what did Prabhupada mean? Well, when the spiritual master gives you an instruction, even if that instruction is not to go to Mangala Artik, even though he's given thousands of instructions to go to Mangala Artik, if he gives you that instruction not to go, then for you, you don't go. And so whatever the spiritual master instructs, that's what you do, even if it goes against other instructions because he's personally telling you. So it's kind of interesting the way Prabhupada said, for you, Mangala Artik is Maya. And Shruti Prabhu tells another story in which he wanted to go out on book distribution, also when he was Prabhupada's servant. And Prabhupada said, you can go, but without my blessings. So, of course, we know you get so many blessings by distributing Prabhupada's books. But what is Prabhupada saying? You're my personal servant. You're meant to be with me. If you leave me to do another service and inconvenience me, then how will you get the blessings? Even though generally that service is full of blessings. So this shows how important it is to serve the desire of the spiritual master. Bhakti is personal. So what pleases the spiritual master? Of course, it's given in his books, but when you're personally with the spiritual master and he asks you to do something, then that's what you do. There's another story, it's very interesting. When the devotees were going to Eastern Europe, there was a concern there would be nothing to eat because in those days, during the communist time, there was very little non-vegetarian food. So they thought that if we go to Eastern Europe to preach and we stay too long, we wouldn't be able to eat anything and we'd have to eat meat. Well, the only thing to eat would be meat. And Prabhupada said, preach in Eastern Europe, even if you have to eat meat. That's amazing. Of course, Prabhupada did not mean eat a cow. Probably he meant something like chicken, fish. Of course, they didn't have to do that, fortunately. But preaching is so valuable. It's so important to save other people that Prabhupada was willing to authorize the eating of some animal product, if that is what was necessary to do that service. So again, the pleasure of the Guru is everything, even if the Guru is telling you to break principles, like to eat meat, or not go to Mangala Artik, or not go in Sankirtan, and so forth. So these are interesting stories, interesting to reflect on how personal bhakti is. It's not just impersonal rules and regulations, although in general those rules and regulations do apply. But the personal service is personal. And the desire and pleasure of the spiritual master is what is most important. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. If you like this video, you can subscribe below. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you share this video with others, if you comment on it, if you like it, do whatever. You have to click to share it, because I think a lot of devotees would appreciate getting these videos I try to take our philosophy and put it in a practical way so we know how to apply it in daily activity. And this is one of the services I do. And I want to reach as many devotees as possible. If you can help me, I'd appreciate it so much. Thank you.